And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this week's episode of the Short Box with my goofball friend, the Ginger Wolverine, as we discuss all things comics and pop culture and the complete shit show that is the current entertainment industry. I am Brimstone, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. What a shitty fucking week. What? Old man, look, you're too small to play Old Man Logan, okay? Seriously. Logan wasn't a midget ginger. Seriously, man. Kata's taller than you. Oh, but holy shit, what a week, dude. We got some things about AI, we got comic sales, we've got people bitching about not black folk in comic books. We've got James Gunn ego getting out of control. Rumors about the new X-Men movie. So much shit going on. All I want to do is read and enjoy my comics, man. Seriously. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, same.
Like, I'm tired of politics. I'm tired of all this shit. Like
when you're watching Ben 10, you got to give the comic books a break. So
Ben 10, overrated, way overrated.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Yeah, then you'll got to get. I'm surprised you didn't wait for the trade, which I've started doing. Which I have started waiting more for the trades. Like I was telling you before stream, I have canceled some of my ongoing runs. Transformers, I canceled Mask. I canceled the Dark Knights of Steel 2. I'll wait for the trades for those because I don't care about collecting the floppies. I literally just want the comics. And my weekly pulls were getting kind of egregious. I think it was up to like $40 a week.
Right.
So it was like averaging overall throughout the month, like one book, and but it's also like they launched a lot in January, so I booted on a lot, and I was honestly looking over. I have like one Marvel book that I read, and the rest are like DC or IDW or Boom Comic, just stuff like that. I only have one comic at Marvel I read, and that's the new Punisher. And it's okay, it's not great. And once it's done, I'll be like, that was a cool run. And I drop it in the, back issue box that's never to be seen or heard from again. Not like I want to reread it.
Yeah. Punisher's always fun, unless it's the Jason Aaron run. Then it's not as fun.
Who's doing this new Punisher run? Let's find out.
You know what you should do, though, is just read
digital? I made room on my shelves. But tomorrow there will be reading.
Oh, you got there. I want both. Those are gonna. when my first paycheck comes in, those are like the first, besides the Horseman 3, obviously, those are the next two that I'm getting.
And I finally broke down.
Did you read them yet?
No, but I have opened them and
Oh,
then
I see.
through with the smell of the Rippaverse books have a distinct smell to them, and I love it.
They do.
And I love it. And I opened them up and went, oh, smells like creativity. But no, these will get read. I got Alpha Core 3 as my last pre-order, and then I won't be ordering any. I'm doing a massive bulk order. I'm talking at least 10 or 12 books in August. In probably either November or December. And it'll be all the back. That way I can come home and I'll have plenty of winter hibernation reading. Oh, and that's just the beginning. Like, I have started going after trade paperbacks. Look what finally came in, dude.
Hey, losers.
This one I got used for like $16, and this one was 12. And that's the full run. No omnibus, no nothing. That's the full run. And honestly, I think that's a good size for a comic omnibus, like that right there. But unfortunately, they're now like 500 pages.
Yeah.
But no, man, look at the art in this. Like, seriously. Look at the art.
Oh, that's fun.
So this is going to be a fantastic read I've been putting off. Because I had to read, and I still got more to come. I got to order Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman. I got to order the next two Absolute Superman, to get them on the shelves. And I had to make room on my shelves, dude. Like, I'm running out of room for trade paperbacks. I got 3 waiting for me at the comic shop. I'm
out. I'm out.
I got 3 waiting for me at the comic shop. Dark Knights of Steel 1 and 2, and the spinoff where apparently Deathstroke is a freaking Viking.
Deathstroke?
Yeah. You never heard of Deathstroke the Terminator?
Is this the current run?
No, this is so they have Dark Knights of Steel, which came out in 2022. I saw a short for it, and basically what happened is Jor-El, Lara El, and Kal-El crash landed on Earth in the Middle Ages and everything. And it basically, from what I was described it as, it is Game of Thrones meets the DC universe.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, that's really cool. And they had a 12-issue run. The next run comes out next month, but I'm waiting for the trade paperback. I'm not having half floppies, half trade paperbacks. It'll drive my OCD crazy. So I had to make a choice. It happens quite a bit. Because I have all this other stuff to read too. And then I'm going to grab, I got to grab the Wonder Woman. I got to grab that. I actually had to clean off my shelf. I rearranged everything behind me. I got room for 2 more short boxes up there now, but it's going to be 1 short box and a row of freaking trade paperbacks.
Oh, heck yeah.
And that because I still have to order the Invincible Ultimates. I still have to do all that stuff. And I will, but I want to read this other stuff first. I should get the Ultimates. I'm always worried that they're going to stop printing those things, man. Like, you heard about this piracy comic thing that's been running across stuff lately? A massive Spanish site got taken down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, okay. They were making like 50 grand a month off of ads alone. And I'm like, well, good for you. It was illegal, but good for you. Well, how can you make it legal from the rad revenue? It's one of those fuzzy little gray areas, okay? So, and I'm like, okay, but you wouldn't have a piracy problem if you did the logical thing. 1, print on demand. Seriously, order a book, wait 2 weeks, get your book.
Yeah. But
and
I will say,
always have piracy, but there's there are those assholes out there who don't buy the floppy. There are. They're just out there. They don't buy the floppy. They don't even buy the trade paperback. They just want to read the comic in digital. Okay, I get that. There are always those assholes out there. But a lot of people are doing this because it's not available on whatever platform you choose to do your thing on. Like I've been really want to get a copy of the Shadow Year One. Okay, Shadow Year One. It's done by the artist who did the Jupiter's Legacy art, and I'm like all kinds of excited to get it. $200. It's not in print.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pirate it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to learn to go without. It's going to be cast away, and that's the last thing you want because that new run comes out. I'm going to be like, oh, cool, Shadow. Well, I want to read this, but I couldn't, so I'll just move along. But it's just absolutely insane how they just don't have print on demand. Like I'm lucky I got the Losers. They were just cycling out of print after 10 years.
So that's become a big problem for me because there's a lot of stuff that they're not printing that I really want, like the Punisher Max. I haven't finished that collection yet. Well, and the Hawkman Vendetti. The heck, man. Yeah.
So I came across this jackwing on freaking Instagram. Not sure if you follow him. You probably do because you're on far more social media than I am. But I came across this and I figured you get a chuckle out of it.
I hate this guy. Rank
I hate him. Now we gotta watch it.
I can't stand him.
Now rank every single thing, every single comic format. You ready? Let's go.
Here is every comic format ranked. The worst comic format definitely goes to compact comics. These books look and feel horrible to read.
Yeah! Worst comic ranking.
I can really appreciate that they continue to bring new readers into the comic book space. I absolutely hate reading fat compendiums. The fatter these books get, the harder it is to read. But the fatter they get, the more it's worth your money. So it causes a really stressful dilemma. Deluxe editions to me aren't really worth it. The page size of these books is the exact same as an omnibus. So if I'm gonna buy a deluxe edition, I might as well buy an omnibus. So I really don't get the appeal of these books. Moving into the top 5, we've got Absolute Edition. These books contain one of the greatest smells on earth. I love the oversized pages and the extra content, but the book is too uncomfortable to read. Next up, we have paperback trades. I'm sure a lot of people would put this much higher on the list, but the reason it's so low is because I simply just enjoy reading the other formats more. Coming in at third place, we have single issue. I absolutely love showing up every Wednesday at the local comic shop to pick up those new releases. Following the story as it releases is one of the best experiences of my life. At second place, we have hardcover trades. I absolutely love the artwork underneath the sleeves. And the pages spread just enough so you can see every little detail in the art. And now coming in at number 1, we have the omnibus. This is by far the best way to read a comic book. It's the perfect size to read it anywhere, and the quality of the pages are unreal. If I could read every comic in omnibus form, I would. And that was my ranking. Follow Comic Cops.
For the record, dude, you'll be happy to hear I did not follow him.
I hate him because of the way he treats his comic books. But it is definitely just for views.
Let's rewatch that first one again for historical sake.
Here is every comic format ranked. The worst comic format definitely goes to compact comics.
Yes, I 100% agree with him on that. Okay?
No, I agree too. I
get it. So my favorite format is all about the binding. Like I do trade paperbacks because they're easy, but I honestly like the cloth binding, like Invincible, where you can open up the page and get the whole image instead of it being buried in the spine. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not picky. Like, oh, good Lord. Yeah, see, like even in trades, the image is buried in the spine. If I could find a hardcover of this, I would get the hardcover of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't love hardcover.
Comic book, like the compact comics are good to give to kids to get into reading comics. They're cheap, they're easy, they're printed on unbelievably shit paper. Oh, I hate this guy. Success. Oh, success. Oh, what a good clip. I liked that. I saw that
Triggered
cross my
me.
feed and I'm like, we are sharing this. As soon as I'm like, okay, what's this guy going? The top 5 comp. Let's see what he thinks of this. Compact Comics the worst. I'm like, I am now saving this for Gingy.
5 minutes into the live and you're pissing me off already.
If I'm not trolling you, I'm not doing my job. Oh, good lords. But no, I'm just like, holy crap. Comic format ranking done. Oh god, we got some like crazy shit this week too, dude. Like the best sales of the week are already in. Like top selling comics are already in, dude. Hey, Zachary Harris's Playroom, how you doing? Oh, we got a tools format strike through. So you know that scene in Invincible comic where Anissa grapes Mark? Apparently, there's a pool somebody was giving odds. You didn't know about that scene in Invincible? Anissa Anissa actually like flat out grapes Mark.
Oh no, yeah. I know
I
about
can't
it. I
say
haven't
the
read
R
it yet.
word on stream because YouTube doesn't like it.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently I came across something on X and they're like, hey, placing bets now on where what people are thinking for it. Share screen. Like somebody actually was like placing bets on what we think it's going to be. Straight up, it's just not going to be online when the episode drops. And I'm not going to be online, just not going to be online when the episode drops. High impact sexual violence. Placing bets now, they're going to change it from Mark getting raped to Mark having an affair. Do you think they would act? Do you think that they're actually going to do it with that scene? Or are they going to change it to an affair and fix it? So for those
Honestly,
who
at
don't
this
know,
point, I don't care.
yeah, at this point, I don't care. The show's mid anyways. So for those who don't know, in the comic books, the Viltrumites females take their mates. They don't have a choice. And the character of
Yeah.
Anissa, this character right here, grapes Invincible. And there has been a lot of questioning on whether it's going to be in the show or not, because it's going to happen next season. It like if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the first 2 episodes because that's when it happens after the Viltrumites are back on Earth. So people are like commenting, or just catch her. Yeah, like people are commenting. Will they have it? Will they change it? Will they just completely retcon it and not have it happen at all? There has to be some kind of intercourse to have Marky come into existence. Just all sorts of crazy theories. I actually am inclined to believe that because of what Eve did with the abortion, that she will 100% have an affair. He's upset about it, and he'll have an affair, and it'll make him look like shit and make Eve out to be the good guy.
Who does he end up with when he becomes emperor?
Eve.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he ends up having a kid with Eve. Now, here's my issue with the whole thing. I don't like Eve or Anissa. I don't like either of them. I think Anissa as well, she's a Viltrumite and, product of her culture, literally an alien culture. And then Eve, who is unreliable, unfaithful, gives up on the relationship as soon as things get really tough. Mark goes off to fight the Viltrumite war. She goes and has has the abortion. Then fucking he forgives her automatically. I'm like, let me get this straight. You love this man and you're doing what you did to fucking, and he could be dead. You don't want a part of him alive. The writing of Eve is just bad. She is a horrible character. I like her powers. I think she does cool shit, but she is a fucking piece of shit. I don't like Eve. I don't like Anissa either. You know who I would have pinned Mark with? Monster Girl.
Monster Girl.
Yeah, she and Rex had a thing. Not Rex, fucking Brobot. But I would have pinned him with Monster Girl. I would have pinned him with Duplicate. Anybody Or hell, write somebody just for him, not Adam Eve, Miss Yo-Yo. Who is actually, arguably, they didn't really think her powers through. If every time she dies, she can reset herself back to full life because the limiters break, she's going to outlive everybody and everything. She is also one of the most depressing fucking characters in the show.
Yeah. I mean, she lost her powers too, didn't she?
Not nearly as fucking much. Mark loses his powers because of the Scourge virus, but recovers them. Mark has almost died on multiple occasions. She's reset him to new power levels. Like Shine said it best. Invincible is not a bad comic, but it's just got way too many plot holes. And he's right. It's not that it's a bad comic. It's actually a very good comic, but it has too many open plot holes and threads that they didn't tie up throughout the series. Honestly, to be completely honest, I think Battle Beast is a better comic than Invincible.
For me, definitely, yeah, because I have more.
I mean, I like reading Invincible. I like Omni-Man, but Battle Beast is it's more complete. It's self-contained. It isn't bombarded with everything, and it is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, so I don't know. That was an interesting theory. Will they have it? He had an affair because of what Eve did. I think they'd spin that. I think they'd go with something like that, given the new shift in the writing of how the comics are problematic. And I actually read somebody, the show is fixing the comic books. And I'm like, and this is why I'm written. Yeah, the show is fixing the problems with the comic books.
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? I'll give you an easy thing. The comic book is problematic because it was written like 20 years ago. 2004, sorry, like 20. Yeah, and it is just getting absolutely ridiculous, this shit. But no, like I love Invincible. I love the comic books. I think the show is a decent medium. I think the animation looks like shit, and it's all the funding went to voice casting. But when I read the books, I mean, I think Alan the Alien sounding like Seth Green is pretty funny. Like, I mean, Alan's kind of comedic and everything like that in the comic books, but he has a serious side and shit. Hey Larry, how you doing? Welcome in. But just holy crap. They just can't do an adaptation. They just can't. Do I really want to go into James Gunn today? Do I have the energy? Yeah, sure.
Wait, real quick. I've been wanting to ask you this. It's a little random. Right behind you, is that a lightsaber? Is that a lightsaber right next to you on the wall? Oh, heck yeah. Which one is it? Is it just a...
Power and Control. I built it at the parks with my best friend right next to me.
Oh, nice.
One of the most overpriced one of my most overpriced memories that I have ever had, and I would not change it for anything in this world.
Should have just gotten a Theory Saber.
Theory Sabers didn't exist at the time.
Oh,
I did this 3 years ago with my best friend right next to me, and his wife with her cell phone like this.
Was it fun?
I'll never forget it. I will never forget. It is not even the experience was mid. It's Disney. Because Disney Star Wars is Star Wars. It's high budget fan fiction. What I'm going to remember forever is building the polar opposite lightsaber of my best friend.
Oh, wow.
He has a red crystal of power, and he had the red crystal. 1 minute. Bubba, why are you sitting on my feet? So he has the Power and Control. It's let me see. I'll pull up images. They have full out pictures of it, like they literally hand you a sheet, laminated sheet, like a menu, and you pick which one you want. And when they do, they give you a pin. You pin it to your collar, and when you go in, they see your pin and bring you the parts. But he got Power and Control, which is what would be the Sith one. It's black and silver. He's got spikes on the end of his and everything like that. And It is absolutely fantastic. And I was right next to him, and I got protection and defense with the green crystal, and he had the red crystal. And for Christmas, I sent him a wall mount like mine, because he got over here. You can buy the various kyber crystals, and you can it's a display. I got it off of Etsy. Somebody 3D printed this, and I sent his wife a wand stand for her, a Ravenclaw wand stand for her wand that we got at the parks. If I'm ever going to do it again, and I would like to do it one more time, I want the elemental one. It's called God, what is it? It's called element nature, and you literally have like rancor teeth, bannercore horns, and everything like that. And yeah, but it's definitely something. I did it for my 40th, and it's something I will never forget. I have a whole freaking cork board filled with the pictures from the trip. It was something it was a time of my life I'll never. That's why I keep going back to the parks, man. It still doesn't feel right without them there. But yes, this is a lightsaber.
Sweet.
Had to replace the batteries in it once and realign the crystal because it got disaligned. You can actually like take it apart and the blade pops out. And if you go to turn it on without the blade, you hear it short circuit. So, speaking of shitty for people who destroy franchises, James Gunn says he made up the Infinity Stones lore for the MCU and Guardians of the Galaxy in just 3 minutes, which later became the foundation for Avengers Infinity War. I never understood what any of these phases were in Marvel. I don't know what any of that means. Well, that explains Superman. Gunn said Marvel simply asked him to explain the Infinity Stones, asked him to explain what the Infinity Stones actually were. When I wrote the scene with the Collector explaining that there was this explosion and the Infinity Stones were born, that was literally me sitting down for 3 minutes and writing that. Okay, you did this for Marvel. If they weren't pulling from the comics back then and didn't know about the simple Infinity Saga, that writing room was shit from the start. They have Infinity Gauntlet. There was Infinity War. That's where Adam Warlock came from. And, this whole beginning arc. Marvel had no concrete long-term plan regarding the stones or how they would tie into future phases. James Gunn's quick draft subsequently served as a foundational lore for the entire Infinity Saga, culminating in Avengers Endgame. Honestly, if they didn't have a plan, that wasn't the plan to begin with. Well, I would like evidence of what the plan was to begin with in the first place. Otherwise, you're a lying sack of shit and proven on many occasions that you lie. So
I don't know
please provide.
I don't know what's more. I don't know what's more stupid, this or when Kylie Kennedy said that there was no source material for Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
There is no source.
Oh, we don't have anything to go off of. Oh my! No, you know what it was? They didn't want to pay the authors royalties. That's why they canceled it. That's why they did what they did. They didn't want to pay the authors royalties. And by the way, they're still not paying them on their books.
So dumb.
James Reynolds is a self-buying D-bat and a liar, so I call bullshit. Damn right, Larry the I-Dot. You're darn right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Larry. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Larry said a bad word.
We encourage bad words in this. But I read that and I'm like, how big can this fucking guy's ego get? Like, seriously. And here's the worst part. After DC fires him for the shit show that's going to be Supergirl and Man of Tomorrow, that Disney's going to rehire him. He's just going to fail upwards.
Yeah, they're going to be so desperate they're going to rehire him because they don't have any other option.
Go ahead. I will hold this thought.
No, you go ahead. That was pretty much it.
So, I actually don't hate James Gunn. I don't.
Oh, I
think in terms of if he sticks to his wheelhouse and just does grander and grander in his wheelhouse, he would be fantastic, which are ensemble cast movies, Scooby-Doo, Guardians of the Galaxy. He should have done Justice Society over Justice League. He would have done a great campy Justice Society, brought in a Proctor Dr. Fate, everything like that. But he tackled the Man of Steel, which is by no easy feat, anything, because you're never going to make the fans happy, all the fans happy, but you can piss enough of them off to the point where they walk away, which is what you don't want. So he wasn't the guy for the job. Now, doing another Guardians movie, I probably wouldn't watch that. I liked the first one. Second one was kind of eh. And I had no issue for the third one because they brought in Adam Warlock way too freaking late. They should have brought him in before Infinity War. But we are just seriously like, they need to do something with him where he keeps in his wheelhouse. He should never be the head of a studio. He needs to kick Tom King out the fucking writing room. And he just need to do that. I like all three Guardians movies, but if we came on, and honestly, only the first one was great. I agree. The first one was fantastic. Lee Pace is Ronan the Accuser. Like, I loved Ronan.
You know who they need to hire as a writer is Chuck Dixon.
They're never going to hire Chuck. He's too freaking based. And I met Chuck Dixon. Fantastic dude.
Yeah.
He signed my Hobbit book.
Oh, I've been wanting to get that, yeah.
It was my dad's, so it was one of the few things I had from him. So it was really important. The book, the Hobbit comic book. I had the first one, so he signed it for me. I was going to get the artist to sign, the other guy to sign it, but I keep missing him at cons. Oh, and I have decided that I'm going to send out those Claremont 141 and 142 Uncanny X-Men for grading. Then we can talk about selling them. I'll talk about selling them to you.
Okay.
See what I can get for it, because so apparently I called the comic shop. Little bit of a story here. I used to be very anti-CGC grading. I asked Gingy here. I used to be vehemently against it because I thought it was a ripoff or a fraud. But there's honestly some books I just want preserved in good condition and everything. Even if I can't read them, that's okay, because I've read them once and I'm not going to forget the first appearance of Carnage. I'm not going to, and I have, and some of them are modern. I have my autographed Sean Gordon Murphy. I have the trade paperback up there. There's some things I just want preserved. And while it is a little expensive, it'll enhance the value of my collection. And I can, the whole point of my comic collection is honestly, while I love collecting it and everything like that, it's so when I go from this mortal coil that we all live in, it's so they have something to put me in the fucking ground with. It's meant to be sold after I'm gone. So that way I can have a burial plot and have a small ceremonial funeral and everything like that. So it makes sense for me to do it now. I'm going to have my Ultimate Spider-Man #1. My Sean Gordon Murphy might get buried with me because he is my favorite, and I will take that comic to my grave. My Soska Sisters alt cover. Absolutely. Just books that deserve to be preserved. Battle Beast #1. Green Arrow, I might get slabbed a couple of times. Why? Because that's selling out. Like, my comic store still has some on the shelves. But again, I have said before, and I will say it again, New England is its own bubble. It is literally its own little world up here. The rest of the country, it's sold out. You can't find copies of it. And I got 3. Oh, and I was so happy, dude. I got to show you this. So I was bummed because I was really bummed out because I asked my comic shop if they still had any more copies of the Battle Beast #9 Conquest cover. Now, I always pick up 2 to 3, 4, or 2 to 4 back issues of Battle Beast, of that particular issue, whether it's the first print or the second print or whatever, because I just love this run. I legitimately keep my comic shop in business with how much I spend every month. But I saw this cover, and I'm like, I need this cover. I want this cover. I have to have this cover. So I messaged them and they didn't have it. I was really bummed out, and I was doing what I do when I can't find a back cover. Like, I didn't get the Todd McFarlane back cover, so I went to eBay and paid 3 times the price for it. That's right. I paid $13 for a $4 comic. Why? Because that McFarlane cover freaking slaps. And McFarlane doesn't do covers a lot. So I saw this cover, and it was by Otley. And I'm like, I need this cover. And they didn't have it. And I was really bummed out. And then I got an email. Hey, Brim, Liz here at, your local comic shop. I got a copy of that Battle Beast 9 cover G that you wanted. Do you still want it? Yes, please put it in my box. Okay, not a problem. This is the cover.
This one's Otley.
This one's Otley. Cover G.
Ooh. Look at those teeth.
I also have this one. No, not that one. I also have...
Ooh.
Those are the
I do like that.
Those are the variant. Those are the incentive covers. This is the other one that I have.
And the Battle Beast covers have been amazing. Every single one of them are just
that
awesome.
McFarlane cover for number 7 was just sexy. There was just so.
Which one is that?
No. I think it's number 9. No. I think it was the return book, number 7. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, that was McFarlane?
That's McFarlane's cover.
Oh, I had no idea. That is one of my favorite covers ever.
Yep. And McFarlane does covers so rarely, and I'm just like, I need this cover. I'm actually gonna have to I'm gonna see if they can order me this Krieg cover. Because that's this just cool. that just so some like last week what?
Sorry, I was just gonna say blood splotches always get my attention.
Dude, that's Krieg. That's all. So somebody did a video last week. This is what cover variant? Oh, that's a second reprint by Jason Howard. 1 minute. I really want that cover. Sorry, collection wins. Battle Beast what number is that? 7. What's his name? Jason Howard. Like, I don't normally do variant covers, but there's something about Battle Beast that just makes me want to get them. Those covers are freaking awesome. So as I was saying before, what's his face? Somebody I did a video on it last week, and somebody was basically like, we need to give comic books a Battle Beast treatment. We need more characters in the Invincible universe because I like the show and they all need a Battle Beast treatment. We should do a Conquest Battle Beast treatment. And I just really wanted to go, you're a fucking retard. Why? Because Conquest is not something you want a treatment on. Why? All Conquest does is land on a planet, kill everybody, and move along. Seriously, it is not what it is, and I just wanted to slap him upside the head. You know, that grandparents slap upside the head? Like, what are you thinking? You know? We don't have enough of that lately. I got a lot of slaps upside the head as a kid. You know what it instills? Common fucking sense. But they did that run, and I'm like, you know what? You know what I would love? You know what I would love for a freaking thing, dude? How about a General Krieg Battle Beast treatment? Ranking Viltrumite, second to Thrag. You know, you don't like, how did he get to be general? How did he raise that high in the rank? What made him stand out? Because if he's a general, he knows strategy. You can key in strategy. You could do a whole run of Battle Beast treatment just on General Krieg.
I would read that.
I would read that too. I'd read it. If I want a Conquest book, you know what I'll read? Berserk. Because it's the same fucking thing. Everybody's like, well, the mistake that people are making, and this thing in the show doesn't hammer home, is that Conquest isn't an anti-hero. He is a literal monster. They didn't just do enough in the show. Conquest is not even liked by his own people because he's too brutal. He's a rabid dog to them. but he's a useful rabid dog. Like, you see him in the new Battle Beast run, and he's sitting there on a planet filled with dead bodies and eating one of them. He's sitting under a tree, like eating a head like it's an apple. He's not a good person. He's not even a person. He's a monster.
Yep. That's why his name is Battle Beast.
That's why his name is No, that's Conquest.
Oh, Conquest. I'm sorry.
Conquest was the one that was...
Wait. You were talking about Conquest eating a head?
Yeah, that's how Krieg finds him. You know, at the end of Battle Beast, Krieg sends out to find Conquest. He finds a little house with a blanket on the ground and, you know, some random things around it. And then he goes out to find Conquest. When he finds Conquest, he's sitting under a tree with a field of dead bodies next to him, and he's eating one of them.
Okay, yeah, you lost me. I had no idea that was even.
That's Conquest. And I'm sitting there like, you want a solo book about Conquest?
Please, no. No.
I don't want a solo book about Conquest.
He's a monster. That's
Thank
insane.
you.
I didn't know that.
Hear about the shakeups down at DC, or not DC, Dark Horse?
Not currently.
So Dark Horse Comics president and founder has been ousted. They were bought by the Embracer Group.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been ousted. Well, apparently Dark Horse comic creators are trying to form a union. This is Bleeding Cool. When I've been pulling my articles lately, though, they could use some grammar shit going on. Dark Horse employees form a union. Dark Horse United asked CEO Jay Combs to voluntarily recognize it. Supermajority joined the CWA, citing layoffs, wage freezes, AI concerns. The real reason, AI concerns, leadership changes, and return to office. Now, honestly, 99% of the time, I agree with the return to office. I do. I really do. But I honestly feel like here, it's actually a downside. Art and writing and everything, doing art in your own studio and writing and things like that in your own environment could really, it far better for the creative process. Trust me. The union says the Dark Horse staff want equitable paid, workplace democracy, and a stronger commitment to creator-owned comics. That's good. The following major upheaval at Dark Horse includes Mike Richardson's exit and the fusion with Things from Another World. Yeah, this is going to be a thing. And they gave him till June 3rd, I believe, to respond, which, yeah, how well is the CEO going to, apply pressure and shit like that? Apparently,
giving him a time gap is stupid.
He's got time to circle the wagons and legalese the fuck out of it. DH announced closure of their comic shops and are downsizing, and are recently bought were recently bought by a video game company. That's the Embracer Group. The employees will likely be fired. Yep, Graham's right. Graham is 100% right on this one. Those employees will be shit canned. I don't buy DC. I don't buy Dark Horse for good reason too. Wonder what the added labor costs will be due to the cover prices. Eric O'Sullivan, Rev Sully, nice guy. It's a death knell. Cycle hostess employees. New buyer came in and put restrictions on the unions. The cycle continues. Unionize the comic company, pure propaganda from this point forward. No thanks, I'll pass. This is not going to end the way they want it to. They'll part up. What they'll do is, I guarantee you what they'll do is, or something they should do, or I would do, is I would honestly 100%, if I was in his shoes, I'd freaking close the company and sell the IPs to other comic publishers. Keep the Dark Horse name and sell the IP to other comic publishers. Piecemeal it out and recoup money.
Not a bad idea.
Because who has what IPs does Dark Horse own? Because that's the real question. What IPs does Dark Horse own that they could piecemeal out? Why doesn't this have a list titles? List of Dark Horse comic publications. Wow. Abe Sapien. They looks like they have Hellboy. Television, no. All right, we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. We're gonna ask AI.
Hellboy, Predator, Alien versus Predator.
Comic rights. Dark Horse publications include own titles such as The Mask, Time Cop, Father's Day, and Ghost. Licensed titles such as Star Wars, Avatar, Stranger Things, Witcher 3, Umbrella Academy. They as well as creator-owned titles such as Hellboy. That they could just piecemeal that shit out and make their money back. People would kill to make freaking Hellboy comics and shit like that, and have creative input and shit.
Man.
Like they don't realize that they won't, like, because they're trying to force his hand. He if he buckles down and bends the knee,
yeah,
they'll have him over a barrel. And Embracer Group does not fuck around, man. They are private equity. They don't give a shit. A lot of things are falling to private equity these days.
for sure.
We're not going to do that one. So I found this really cool guy called People in Comic Stores. And it's done by, I found this guy, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on this because this is pretty funny. And yeah, so let's go.
Welcome to People in Comic Stores, Part 1. All right. Cool place. Oh, very nice. I dig it. Hi, can I help you? Hey, don't touch that! Get out of your nose! Sir, you're gonna have to pay for that. Yeah, I know.
You.
Yeah, this is the Silver Surfer. He's super cool. He started off as a villain of the Fantastic Four, but he ended up being a really, really good guy.
An excellent selection. I have this one, and most of these, actually, but you know what I don't have? 2 of each of them.
Hey, it's Randy!
Oh, look, guys, it's Randy! Howdy, Randy!
That's me.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
No, it's,
jeez.
What's the best you can do on these?
My name is Carol, and I'm retired. My grandson Sean is
Yeah, I'm a yapper too.
a warrior. I've struggled with IBS since 1976.
I think I'm 1 and
I'm getting
2.
into this character of Dr. Doom. I just don't know much about him. I'm not sure how to find out more about him. Man,
Me.
I wish I knew somebody that knew.
Welcome to People in Comic Stores.
So that's the first one. There's a second. Now, I am guilty of a lot of these things in comic stores. I really am. But what is great about a comic book store and stuff like that is people aren't going to sit there and look at you weirdly or anything. Everyone who comes into a comic book store is a nerd. And they like talking. They typically, 95% of the time, they like talking about comics. They're just not a chatty one. But once you get them talking about comic books, and I've been, I like the other day I was walking through, I saw my friend Andrew in there, and we were talking about it, and we were just sitting there having a conversation about the new Lobo run. And they're like, "Have you?" And then some guy, like right next to me, goes, "Well, have you read this?" I'm like, "No, I'm just getting back in." Dude, you got to read this run. If you can't find it normally, buy the omnibus. You won't regret it. Even if you don't like this Lobo run, it's okay. This is a little out there. The art's good, the writing's okay, but write this. I'm like, all right, and we just start recommended. I'm like, "Have you read Battle Beast yet?" Of course, I just said, "Have you read Battle Beast yet?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "You don't need to know a lot about Invincible. Buy the trade. If you don't like it, That's fine, but it is a solid. I think it's solid in the writing. We just ended up having a 5-person conversation of people that were there on a Wednesday getting their subs, and then the person in front of me got $200 subs for that one day, and I'm sitting there like, holy crap! That's as much as I spend on almost comics in a month. I'm kidding. I don't spend $200 in comics in a month.
My last shop was the complete opposite. They did not like to talk.
That's
like
hard.
to go
I'm
in,
sorry,
grab
but
their books,
if you
and leave.
if you can't sit there and chat about comics with nerds, it's crazy. So let's watch part 2.
People in comic book stores, part 2.
Yeah. I don't even know why I buy any of this crap anymore. I hate most of it. They haven't written anything good since 1992.
That'll be $242.
How much?
Around $242, sir.
Card.
The guy who's clearly.
Excuse me. You guys have any scented candles? Hi. Yeah. How many copies of Absolute Green Arrow am I allowed to buy? No reason.
So actually, it was this scene right here that told me how much of a comic bubble I live in. Because if there's reseller, if there's like, yeah, I know it's a get and everything, but if he's reselling Green Arrow, yeah.
No, this place is really cool. Yeah, no, you take all the time you need. Yeah, I'll be here.
The wife.
That's my wife. She likes to look at the covers, especially if it's Nightwing.
I'll have to link her that Nightwing butt.
Oh yeah, back in the day, I had that issue. I think I had that one. Pretty sure I had that one for sure. That one, I had that one. Yeah, I had most of these actually. Can't believe they all drowned in the fire. Excuse me, it's my first time in a comic book store.
You don't have to whisper. It's not a library.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just wondering if you guys, did you guys have any Spider-Man?
Yeah, so I've been reading it. I like it. I think it's pretty good.
Excuse me, you guys
Guilty.
talking about Transformers? Yeah, it sucks. Hi, what variant covers did you guys get for this? You don't have the L cover? What about the M cover? N-O-P?
Yeah, if you liked Absolute Batman, I really encourage you to give Absolute Wonder Woman a try.
Oh yeah, he's right. The series is awesome. You should check it out.
Welcome to People in Comic.
I haven't seen the next one yet, but those are what I do. And I've seen all of them, and I've been guilty of doing some of that myself too. But it's comic nerd shit. I mean, that's why we're all there. We're there because we celebrate our hobby. We love talking about it and stuff like that. So everybody there, well, except for maybe the guy who walked into the wrong place. That guy's just a fucking idiot. But but no, like we all love sitting around our we used to call it shop talk. Like, you know, it used to be about stuff like which was taken to the internet now, but it used to be about who would win in that fight, you know, like the death battle, like who would win in a fight. And by the way, anytime Superman is there, it is always Superman, because you just can't beat him. That's why you just stop doing, oh, Goku could beat Superman. Like, no, he couldn't. You can try.
I'll say anything.
Really? So God level Superman, where he sat in the sun for 3,000 years, Goku could actually beat him?
3,000. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
You never heard about that story?
I guess I'll have to go and read it.
Well, he basically, yeah, he was inside the sun. He became Gold Superman and basically a god.
I'll have to do a breakdown video then.
Yep, you got to do that. Like your little, well, still one up there better than your little Ben 10 ones, that's for sure.
I'll do a little research, little reading.
Little research and reading. Goku wouldn't even be, he would just let him punch him because he's literally a god. He's a Kryptonian god. But I actually have a script written up about how, well, it's great to have these stories and everything, like who would beat who. I just haven't recorded because I haven't figured out how to actually do the video yet. instead of just me
Mhm.
sitting there reading a script in images, which involves copyright stuff and things like that. Everybody's like, well, this person could beat this person. I'm like, what universe are they in? It's actually an important thing, because actually an Invincible video. It's about what makes Invincible universe so unique is that it has rules and clear rules about how things work. Instead of plot armoring, and characters survive for plot armor through story, not through, the normal, it's Superman, or it's this character, or Batman thinks of everything, or, it's literally, these are the rules and the foundation of this universe. These are the weaknesses of the Viltrumites. This is how their biology works. There's Grandpa Gohan's Dragon Ball, all that stuff. So if you fight in if you fight in the universe, that that world's universe applies. And if you fight in the DBZ universe, that's just a whole new thing. The rules of that are, well, it's Japanese anime. They're all next level and everything like that. But if you can't compare like, oh, Omni-Man couldn't beat, who would beat Omni-Man couldn't beat Superman and everything. Of course not. Viltrumites have a clear definition weakness. Like Omni-Man can survive pretty much anything except for heart. The only thing that killed him is because Thrag got his heart. And he couldn't heal it because his heart was damaged. So Viltrumite's weakness, the hearing thing, certain frequencies of sound, doesn't kill them. It throws them off balance, which prevents them from flying, which is huge.
Yeah.
But even while they're down on the ground, they are still incredibly tough to punch through, incredibly tough and all that shit. So they have clear defined rules. Not like a lot of other universes. And that's what makes Invincible great. You know the rules, so you know the stakes. Yes, I won't deny that there is plot armor either. There is definitely plot armor happening in that show, but there's there for stories. And notice how no character survives plot armor. As soon as their story is done, they fucking die. And they usually die pretty horribly. But yeah, it's just absolutely one of those crazy things. Apparently, Peter, I don't really want to go into this, but I'll give you a heads up. Apparently, Peter Safran back all the stuff that Millie Alcock said about Christian dads bitching about the movie or some shit like that. I don't know. Dumb whore. But yeah, just seriously dumb fucking shit right there. What is this? Digital readers? What is this? I forget where I put this. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. You'll love this. So we could all use a good laugh after, me being serious. You're going to love this. So you ready?
All right.
This new comic book is coming.
I can't relate at all.
No comics were harmed in the making of this video. I can't relate at all either. Like, don't get me wrong. I 100% understand the reading digital, especially the back issues and everything like that you just can't. The trade paperbacks and stuff you can't find anymore. But yeah, it is seriously. But that digital readers one, I'm like, that was good. I got to share that with Gingy. So there is no lucky son of a bitch this week, but I did find some awesome stuff where some guy. So I found this on Reddit, and there's no lucky son of a bitch or anything like that. Not this week. I won last week, and we all know why. But this one popped up on my feed, and somebody pulled their collection out of storage after 15 years. Marvel, and here, like, all these are cool, but then you see this and that. Which is, by the way, Invincible for those who can't read it. And then he goes into the individual issues. Angstrom Levy, some autograph shit.
Give me the Wolverine.
Let's see here. We got Planetoid, everything like that. Chew. Haunt. I never heard of Haunt, but he looks cool.
Yeah, neither have I.
Invincible, Savage Dragon, Wolfman.
Oh, I want Wolfman. So
look at that. Early Invincible book, 13. He's like, just look at all of that. And his exact words were, pulled my collection out. Dan, you were sitting on a gold mine on those invisible. Yeah, it was a massive shocker when I took these out of started looking some of these up. I always intended to go back and finish the series when I got back into comics. Guess that isn't happening anytime soon. You're not going to find any Invincible back issues for cheap anymore, that's for sure. The issue I want alone is issue number 7 is worth $200. But just look at that collection. I'd be flipping that shit. I'd be like, I'm putting down payments on cars. If you're not collecting and you're just going to sit there, seriously, wait a week before the show comes out. Those will get bought like that. You hold them till the new season comes out. But yeah, it's just like, holy shit. Closeted comics. So I was going to go into a DC Blackout, which apparently is equal to DC Whiteout, which is not good. So we're going to dabble into this. So DC, a lot of content creators are organizing a DC Blackout, encouraging people or telling them to cancel their subs or anything like that, because DC has not had a black hero in its mainstream series for almost for 1,200 days. All right, which is
1,201 as of yesterday.
Thank you, 1,201 days, which is like almost 3 years. Now they have them in other ones, but it's not good enough for some creators. And honestly, I don't give a shit. I like my DC here, but since they're insisting on telling me how to think and insisting on telling me how I feel, insisting on telling me what I have to do with my money, I'm doubling down. I'm going to buy multiple issues of DC runs coming out in the next couple months. I'm going to buy extra. Why? Because fuck you.
You don't boycott something.
You don't get to tell me how to think. You don't get to tell me how to feel. And as soon as one more day is fucking retconned, I will be all right. But until then, suck it.
Boycotting DC is ridiculous.
You're not going to get anywhere. The Absolute run is too much of a banger. Batman's outselling everything. You have Absolute Green Lantern, which ain't good enough for people. And I'm seriously tired of this shit.
Yeah. Now,
seriously.
Now if it was Marvel, it might be a little different.
It was Marvel. Really? Like, personally, I would love to see more Forge, Warpath. You know, you got great characters. Why aren't you using them? Because they don't sell comic books. They're not there for political stuff. They put out books that they think will sell. And you can't tell me that comic books don't sell when they're successful. Firestorm got an extra 3 issues tacked onto its run because it's still selling. The new Absolute Catwoman, by the way, lovely. I'm not sure if she's black or Afro or Latina or whatever. She is non-white, and the series is going crazy already. People are enjoying it. So if you actually put out comics people want to read, they'll buy them. And I guarantee you, most of the people bitching about comic books not having the heroes in them is because they pirate their fucking books. They don't go to the comic shop on a Wednesday. They don't go there once a week or every couple weeks to get their back issues and everything like that. What's got you laughing?
If I say it, we might get canceled, so I'm not going to say it.
Smart man.
I'll tell you later.
All right. But no, seriously, like they're all like bitching and moaning about it. And like, we encourage you to cancel your DC runs. Well, now I got to step up my game and get multiple covers of things. You know, I got to get multiple covers. It's a good thing I have a little wiggle room of money this month. And like, and one of the big things is I'm like, it's going to hurt. You know, this is the only one it's going to hurt? It's going to hurt the comic shops. The people who sell you your fucking comics. Because you know how comics are sold? They don't keep them on consignment. They buy the books and then sell them.
They're gonna get the butt end of everything. So you're really hurting your local comic shop that you adore.
The
Is
one
what it
guy
really is
actually was
gonna
like,
boil
"Oh, you're
down
not going
to.
to hurt your local comic shop. It's no big deal." Like, yes, you will. So you know what? I'll double down. I'm going to buy multiple covers this week.
There was a guy on TikTok today. He works at a local at a comic book shop, and he's one of the top guys that is encouraging it. And I'm like, I guess if you don't want a paycheck, then sure, go ahead.
No
Don't
shit.
encourage it.
I got a video coming
So-
out in a few days. A comic retailer actually spoke out about the state, of comic sales. What his shop's doing and everything like that. It's not good for Marvel. It really isn't. But you'll have to check out the video when that comes out. But seriously, yeah, I like my Lobo. I like my Zatannas. I like the books that are coming out. Deathstroke, I'm warming up to. Got to reread it again just to understand what the fuck's going on. I'm not super familiar with the character other than like he's a high-end assassin.
Yeah.
It's not a bad character. I am just getting back into reading, and I have a minimal amount of information on a lot of things. So I'm learning as I go. And if I like something from a new run, I buy older comics to catch up on what's going on and ask my comic shop what's a good one to read and everything like that. That's how I operate. And there's some characters I know about, like Spider-Man. I know quite a bit about Spider-Man. I'm not a big Superman guy. I know about Etrigan. I know about the Demon. I know about Jason Blood. I know that because those are my characters. But outside of that wheelhouse, it's a little struggle for me. So I'm learning as I go, but I'm loving reading all this older shit that's come out, and runs that, while may not be amazing books, are just fun for me to read. Now, honestly, I guarantee you that I read some very bad comic books, but in terms of general standards of things. But I can also tell you that I recognize they're bad, but I still enjoy them, and I never recommend them to you. The only things I recommend on my channel are stuff I know people are going to like or should honestly give a try to. Because otherwise, it's not I'd be a bad reviewer. I have read books and I'm like, this is just bad. I can't, I should do a review on it and, give a bad review or something, but I just can't because it's subjective. Comics are very subjective like that. What could be a bad for you could be great for another person. And, I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just won't toss it on the channel. I got stuff coming. I showed Gingy a new comic book run. The video's coming out tomorrow. And if you want to see it, trust me, this is a banger. It is absolutely hilarious lineup. Dracula during World War II. It may sound absolute crazy, but it sounds like that level of pulpy that is absolutely fantastic and that we need to get away from the big two.
I love vampires.
So apparently Ironheart got put up for an Emmy nomination. They put it in the running for an Emmy nomination. Must have checked the fucking boxes with that one. Oh, yeah.
No way.
That they're planning on bringing back an AI Stan Lee. I think it's one of the most horrible decisions in the world, bringing back a person as AI. Because let me tell you right now, with the amount of family members I lost in this world, they'll use it to prey on the desperation and need of people down the line, and it will completely remove the human's ability to get closure after they're gone. Plus, you really don't want an AI version of my grandfather, man. He will dress you down for 4 hours across 4 days. He will literally berate you and belittle you if you did something he didn't like. And then the next time, and he dropped you off, and the next time he saw you, he would pick it up right where he left off. He was a retired command sergeant major, one of the most badass men I ever met. But he was a fucking hard ass. Not the one that just passed. He was fantastic. But yeah, my dad, I still want to bring back my dad, man. No, seriously, let the dead be. And that's where I have
so disrespectful.
Like AI is not a resurrection thing. You can't bring back the dead because it's not that person. It's a fucking machine.
Yeah. No way.
So I saw this picture and I figured once you get rich after you own your comic shop, when you get your house,
Yeah.
By the way, I expect weekly sub shipments and discounts.
We'll call
When
it
you-
the brimstone discount.
Brim discount. Why does
For
this
for
fat
other
asshole
people.
get a discount? I don't want to piss him off. So I saw this comic book room, and while it's not exactly mine, so what I would have set up for it, I thought it was really good. What makes me nervous is that fucking fish tank. So first of all, that is way too much natural light for me. Okay, that big fucking bay window, no way in hell. 2, I would have it in a basement and have like the rectangle windows with the bar in the middle and everything like that in a fully finished basement. Second, everything would be up off the floor at least a foot in case there's flooding. 3, and more importantly, no fucking water near the comic books. Right there. No fishy tank. That thing explodes, your whole collection underneath there's gone. The, high-end upholstered leather furniture is ruined. And everything else in this room is probably, because it's probably going to take a while, is going to swell and bloat because it's all paper. No
Those
fish
comics
tank
underneath.
in the comic room. I can't
Those
see.
comics underneath are a good like $300-$400 right there.
More so, because if they're $20 a book, that's like $1.50 worth of comics right there, trade paperbacks. Let alone if they're out of print. That is way too much of a bay window for people to see your collection. You clearly live in a nice area. Good for you. But seriously, that is a very bad idea. Second, it's a little too chick for me, if that makes sense. It's a little too feminine woman touch.
Hey, but what if it's her? What if his wife likes to read it? You gotta let the wife get excited about it too.
Look, not everybody's wife is obsessed with Nightwing's butt, okay? Now, while I can appreciate his setup here, it is really good. Han shot first. I absolutely agree with that thing. There is way too much natural light for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like natural light, but especially at night, I don't want that fucking thing open, man. Like, seriously, they're going to see you sitting in there reading whatever. But yeah, like Mando helmet, all your heavy collectibles, shit. But yeah, I mean, what the hell?
Goes into the kitchen.
Goes into the kitchen. I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a really nice collection they got in here.
Yeah.
Kids reading, good for them. Like, seriously, yeah, get those kids hooked on that shit. Keep them away from anything after Marvel took over. But yeah, it's called Lawnmower Men, and I saw that, and I'm like, that's absolutely such a cool thing, That was just a really cool comic. I'm like, I gotta share this with Gingy. A lot of the stuff during the week, I'm just like, I gotta share this with Gingy, and I save it to. And believe it or not, my next short box searches start tonight. I like lay in bed, and when I'm trolling the web, I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You should see the file like on my bookmark tabs, and I'm like, what's this? Oh yeah, don't need that this week. Don't need that. We'll turn this into a video. We'll do that. That's how I operate. But yeah, that comic library was I'm like, that's really nice, but just a little too chickish for me. A little too feminine.
Would look nicer with like Western leather chairs. That would look a lot nicer.
So apparently Sadie Sink's Jean Grey will be the main mutant followed in the New Mutant Saga, according to some rumors.
Okay.
So from what I hear, they are not having, like, they want to get back to a more back to basics X-Men, Beast, Angel, Cyclops, Iceman, stuff like that, which is fine for me, but you don't have Wolverine. No normie gives a shit about non-Wolverine X-Men. If you center it around Jean Grey, first of all, Scott needs to stay away from fucking redheads and psychics in general. They are nothing but trouble.
It's funny because
All right, Digger
A
Jim,
lot
I
of-
just saw that you subscribed. Thank you. I don't have everything set up for this crap yet. So, but thank you for the sub. I just saw it.
I was gonna say because a lot of the people that don't read comic books, I mean, I like X-Men one way or the other. If Wolverine is in it or if Wolverine isn't it, I like it. I like it no matter what. But the normies, they they didn't like X-Men First Class. They hated it.
I loved X-Men.
And I
First
think it's
Class.
because
that was so
Wolverine
good.
was not in it.
Yep.
And I really, and it was really good. One of the
It
best
was
ones.
great. That
But I
scene
think
when
they didn't-
Sebastian Shaw in the freaking submarine, when the helmet came off and I'm gonna
Yes.
teach you a trick. I'm like, he fucking isn't gonna.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then the missile scene where I'm like, they launched. Oh, I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking normies.
But at this point, X-Men movies need to have Wolverine, in my opinion. But
They
that's
got to
okay.
have Wolverine to appeal for the masses. Unfortunately, Hugh Jackman's a little too old for Wolverine.
Yeah. You don't even have to make him as like the main character like they did in the old X-Men movies. You just make him, just put him in there. You know.
Yeah, that won't make them happy. That won't make them put a butt in the seat. I guarantee you, because they burned out. I guarantee you, even if it is, I hear it's an amazing X-Men movie or anything like that, I'd get more from buying a back issues or trade paperbacks than I would out of the $30 to go see that film.
Well, it seems to be working out for the 97 series.
Well, the 90s. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna fucking find out real quick because Bo DeMeo ain't in charge of the next season. He got fired.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
So he seriously, we're gonna see where that lands. Because that right now that's up in the air. And I had no issues in watching the second season for X-Men 97. Why? I have my comic books. I have the source material, not some shit adaptation with a modern spin. I didn't like the changes to Morph from the series. I'm like, seriously, Morph isn't some amorphous thing. He actually looks human. He's a human and he can change his shape. And you turned him into this amorphous, non-binary thing.
Yeah, that was weird.
And it like, that's not the Morph I saw. I had no interest.
At all.
Basically, I as soon as I saw Morph, I was like, really? Seriously? Like, what? What the fuck? That's basically what I went with. And, you know, like, seriously, it's at the point. And it's
Hold
also...
up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
You know, there's something you want to keep it faithful to the show and true to 97, but you go start changing the looks and everything. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Nope, it's a big deal to me. So I didn't give you my time. It was a great show. I don't care. I have reached that point from the last 6 years. Take comic, adapt comic. Cut stuff out if you need to for time and basic content. Retell story put on screen. Not modern spin. Not race swap. Not anything. I used to be so forgiving about this shit, but seeing the complete and utter total destruction of my favorite IPs in the last 6 years has completely given up on it. I have checked my pockets. I have no more fucks to give. My fucks have run up dry. I went fuck shopping and there is no fucks left to buy.
When it comes to change too, like change the outfit, change his haircut, like do
I
stuff
didn't even
with that
care when
because
they
that's
did
fun.
the Storm with the Mohawk. I thought Mohawk Storm was awesome.
Yeah, long hair,
Storm, hell
mullet
yeah.
Superman.
Mullet Super. I love the Dan Jurgens fucking Superman. I love that shit. He's buff. He's roided out, but not like the Captain America with the big ridiculous chest and the tiny little head. And you know, like he got the mullet going on, but it's like backflow and it actually looks good. He still got the Jerry curl. I didn't care because it was still awesome. But this shit.
Change the physical design, and it's stupid. It's really stupid.
So I came across, I was going to share this, but yeah, sure. So I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and apparently somebody got a massive short box of Spider-Man issues, and not just any Spider-Man issues. This is like me, with things. So check this out, dude. You ready?
Okay. Oh wow!
Does whatever
He just keeps going.
spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong?
Oh, I see some good ones.
Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead.
Oh,
Hey there goes the
Yep.
Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives.
Is this a second
just in
box?
time.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
And he's auctioning them off.
He's ignored. Action is his reward
Oh,
to
my.
him. Life is a great big bang.
Oh,
Wherever there's a man,
Punisher!
you'll find the Spider-Man.
This guy's gonna have his bank account is going to be.
When I
very
first
high.
saw this, I'm like, there was a lot of heavy breathing because there's two holy grails for me out of that, and that's the death of Gwen Stacy. And yeah, it's just like, no, yep. I legitly, yeah. So there's the death of Gwen Stacy and the death of the Green Goblin, that little two-parter. And I want those comics. I don't want the rest of the comic. Well, I want the 50 issue where Spider-Man No More, which is the first appearance of the Kingpin, and the issue after it to complete the two-parter and everything like that. But I don't even want the Punisher first appearance because I'm not that big of a Punisher fan. If I'm going to get it, it's going to be pure collecting purposes. But I never buy comics unless, I can guarantee an investment on the pure collecting purposes. I buy comics I'm going to enjoy. That's the point of the hobby. And if you can't tell, I love me some Goblin. I have loved the Green Goblin since I saw him on the cartoon. I have loved the Green Goblin since I read him in comics, and I am absolutely want his first appearance and the death of the Goblin and everything. And you know what? I'm never going to get any of those books. Why? Because I am not that rich. That Green Goblin first appearance is worth like $2,000.
Have you seen that that video of Star Wars Theory buying $3,000 Punisher first appearance for Jay?
Yeah, I saw that when it first went up.
We should show that in the next.
I'll see if I can find it. But yeah, well, I might actually have to download it and put it and trim it up and put it as a clip for the channel. I'm not that lucky.
Try.
You bought it for Jay. I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh. Oh, okay, Jay.
Hey, Tigger. What's up, Pooh? Oh my God, he flew. No.
Gets me every time.
Gets me every time. Although this is my favorite one.
Jay, I'm going in the store. Now you sit here and eat your ice cream, and I'll be right back.
That sucks.
Did you hear the most recent antics where he got mistaken for a special needs child at fucking Universal?
Awesome.
So they're going in line on the Spider-Man ride, and they somehow get mixed in with a bunch of special needs individuals, and he's with Mo and Wicked Virtue, and he's chewing gum, and he blows a bubble, and they're like, he's got gum, and then they go up to him, don't chew gum, and Jay's really confused because they think he's part of the group, and Wicked's his handler.
That's so funny.
I have to find the clip of they just put it up on. He just told the story on Critic List, and I have to download the stream so I can cut that out. Oh my gosh, it's one of the best Jay stories ever. It's right up there with Jay getting mugged in Haiti and calling his. So he was in Haiti and he got mugged, and they took everything, including his passport. So he went to the U.S. embassy. He's like, "Hey, I'm an American. Seriously, I just got mugged. You have to let me in." And they're like, "We can't let you in. You don't have a passport. Get the hell out of here." So he asks the stranger to use his phone, and he calls his brother, and his brother works for the DOD. and he calls him. He's like, "Hey, I'm outside the embassy. I got mugged. They took my passport and they won't let me in." 2 minutes later, armed military come out and with rifles and go, "Are you Jay David?" They're like, he's like, "Yeah, come inside."
No way!
Yeah, you
That is
gotta
so
ask him to tell the stories. And apparently they're pissed at him too because he went over their heads.
Oh my gosh.
And they're like, whoever did this is going to be into a lot of trouble. And apparently his brother went, "Yeah, I'd love to see him try." But it's just like, oh, it's my favorite Jay story ever. Oh. So I came across this article from Cosmic Book News. Movie-going teens reject Hollywood's woke content Marvel overload. And yeah, I mean, you know, all the crap with Superman, all the crap with all this other stuff. Here's the worst part. Even if they reject it and do all that stuff, it's still got to, even if they try to course correct, it's still got to work whatever in production they have out, which has got to be what, another 6 or 7 years worth of shit.
Something like that.
So the IPs are pretty much going to be nothing after this, but it is just absolutely crazy. And the teen surveyed Puck News property for boomers. Apparently, like I like the idea, but it's for boomers. Seriously, we had, even if you're not a boomer, we the 80s and the early 90s had some of the greatest freaking films of all time. We got Indie, we got Aliens, we got so many great movies in that 20-year span. Like it started with Jaws in 75. And we just kept getting banger after banger after banger after movie after movie after movie. And it was just great. And they weren't this IP or franchise. It was just movies. It was entertainment. But we don't get that anymore. We get, it has to be tied into IP. It has to be done that. And the only people who were able to do it right and have now fucked it up were Marvel. And they're trying to do it again. They're still stuck on this. If we stick to this IP, we'll eventually make all the money because Marvel made billions of dollars at the box office. That was 10 years ago. We phased out of that. People just want movies they can sit down and watch and enjoy and leave. They can be based on an IP. They don't need a connected universe. They don't need any of that. All right. What did James Gunn do now? Gun Effect. How DCU ignites a back issue speculation. I don't even want to fucking know. It looks like the first appearance of Lobo. Like, I'll have to do a video on this later this week. So I'm not gonna lie, I almost bought the first Doom Saga today. Not that I want to read it, but have you seen the cover for this comic? Alex Ross did the cover.
Oh. Anything Alex Ross.
And I'm like, I do not care about anything else. I just want the cover. 1 minute.
There's characters that he's drawn that I don't even really care that much about, and I see it and I'm like, I want that.
Like, there are books I will buy just for the cover that have zero incentive to read. But look at that shit, dude.
Oh my.
So, the guy at the comic shop who that has my pull list, his name's Paul. And he actually had a chance to get some Alex Ross artwork like 25, 30 years ago. Maybe, closer to 30. And I'm like, really? How much were you charging? Only $5,000 back then, but it was still $5,000 30 years ago, you know? And I'm like, you know how much Alex Ross charges now? I'm like 30, 40 grand for a commission. But look at that cover, dude. Like, seriously. I don't even want to read it. I just want that for my fucking wall. That looks great. Oh, and I have full intentions on trolling Jay. I'm going to get him a Star Wars High Republic #1 graded.
Nice.
It's only $50. The grading costs more than the comic book. But no, like I saw that and I'm like, that cover just goes so hard. Oh, all right. Cross text out of you, cross strike through. All right. So we'll go over some comics here. We're going to start with the weekly bestsellers last week or this week. These are out of Bleeding Cool. Bleeding Cool tends to cover a lot of comic stuff, and they're pretty decently accurate. So, Absolute Wonder Woman and versus Batman Bleeding Cool weekly bestseller list. Absolute Wonder Woman is selling out the Hush 2. I have no idea what's going on with the Hush 2, but I have not heard very good things about it.
Yeah, I hear it's terrible.
Absolute Wonder Woman 20 tops Bleeding Cool weekly sales bestseller, narrowly beating Batman 163 in a tight race. Absolute Wonder Woman and Batman 163 finish well ahead of the field, and Zatanna number 2 leading the next pickup. Absolutely, the new Zatanna is great. DC claims 6 of the top 11 spots. Marvel lands 4 bestsellers. Image and Tiny Onion takes 1 entry, and Bleeding Cool chart tracks real week Wednesday to Saturday comic strip sales, shop sales from 120 to 150 comic stores. And, that's actually a pretty decent sample size. So there's Absolute Wonder Woman. I like the only absolutes I'm going to pick up the floppies is Absolute Green Arrow. I'm not buying into another Absolute series this late in the game. I just won't do it. These I'm happy with the weekly polls, and it allows me to use to catch up. I still don't. I believe it or not, I don't want to read it, but I'm on the fence about Batman. But it's still too much of a disconnect for me. It really is. It's not bad. I don't want to see that happen to my character, so I'm just kind of ignoring it. There's an Ultimates, Exquisite, Top 11, Bleeding Cool. So here we go. Absolute Wonder Woman, Zatanna, Doom Quest. Of course, Doom Quest is going to sell. That is some banger cover. Green Arrow number 2. Second week, number 5. Still selling. Ultimates, Superman 8, Exquisite Corpses, which I haven't read. Infernal Hulk, X-Men 30, and Justice League Unlimited by Mark Waid book. Nice. But yeah, this is not good. DC, 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 Marvel, DC, Marvel, DC, Indie, Marvel, Marvel, DC. This is not good for Marvel. They're continuously losing market share to DC, and they're going to continue because they're just struggling, dude. Like, they can't find their heading, and worst of all, they used to rise to the occasion. Now they're just kind of like, let it happen.
They just don't know. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't know why. They don't know why they're failing. They don't understand. They don't get it. I am completely convinced that they literally just don't know what they're doing, and they don't know why everything is failing.
No,
which is ridiculous.
They don't. And, like, shit like DC seems to have it doing right. The DC August solicitations are up. You can start pre-ordering now. No, I don't know what book this is from. Yes, I want the book because it has the demon in it. So we got Poison Ivy number 47. Those have got some absolutely fantastic cover variants, though. I'll definitely say that. Oh, nope, wrong click. These have some absolutely fantastic cover variants here. We got Batman Bad Seeds Sunset number 1, a new Batman run. I've never heard of, what does it say? Gotham City's new mayor. Apparently, Poison Ivy is the mayor of Gotham. Deserted by her allies, both political and arcane, is about to make a last-ditch effort that will leave Gotham. Having already declared war on the Bat family and flooded the streets with his private, paramilitarized police force, police commissioner Vandal Savage sees the opportunity to solve 2 problems at once. Storylines converge in Batman Bad Seeds. This Gotham City event spanning one long night in Gotham that threatens to turn the entire city into a hostile world of prehistoric plant life unlike anything Earth has seen for a millennia. Batman No, I like that cover. No, never mind. No, I don't. I thought it was different.
Why?
What?
Wait, why don't you like it?
I thought it was it was too small, and I'm like, I love the artwork, I love the horse and everything like that, but that's regular Batman too. So yeah, but that's not a normal cover. That's for Absolute 23.
Oh, well, it still has a cool cover still. I think.
Absolute Wonder, Absolute Catwoman. Look, another POC, buddy. Not good enough for a DC Blackout, though.
Oh yeah, Absolute Catwoman's black, isn't she?
Selena Kyle life is falling apart. Members of her old crew, the Kylicos, are crushing plans, and can Catwoman open herself? You know what I would honestly love to. You know what I would honestly love to see, is Wildcat, Absolute Wildcat. Just this beat to shit old street fighter making his way around, doing his thing, and just that street level shit. Love to see that.
Oh yeah.
Absolute Superman. I can't say much, but I really enjoyed this book. Like, I have my quips with it, I have my gripes, and I have my problems with it. And I'm hoping that they're cured in the other one. I want to read Absolute Wonder Woman. I'm gonna wait. It's a trade paperback for me. It's not a thing. It's mostly because I want to give it a try because it's focused on magic. And I like magical stories.
You do your thing.
And it's an Eisner winner, dude. It won the Eisner Awards. It won comic book awards. So I got to give it a whirl. I'll buy the first trade. I got to buy the first trade paperback, and I'll probably finish out the series. Just to say, hey, I read it. It's not amazing, but I did read it. Absolute Flash, I have zero interest in it.
No.
Absolute Green Lantern, not selling well. Next Level One Shot, #1. Apparently, this is Mark Franco variants and everything. The Deadliest Assassin, One Shot. I thought it was Deadshot.
That's what it looks like.
Obviously, the main man's getting another freaking run. Lobo #6.
Heck yeah.
I love the main man. I love the main man. I just completely checked out. I have zero interest in Barbara Gordon in a Bat Family character.
Barbara Gordon has her own.
Barbara Gordon run. Breakout. Barbara Gordon entered Supermax alone. She's in prison. And I don't know why.
Why isn't she?
I don't care.
Why isn't she Batgirl? Right.
I have no clue. I really have no clue. Like, I don't have an interest in the character, so I don't read it.
Well, it's like you might as well. It's like having the title be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like, is it specifically just about Barbara Gordon? Is she not Batgirl right now? I don't know, but
there's a Batwoman run #6. This one I am getting. Deadman #3.
Man. Okay.
It's getting a lot of positive buzz from what I'm hearing. Firestorm #5. This run is a banger. I'm gonna have to
wait. Click on that. Click on that top left. Oh,
this one right here.
Yeah.
Hawkman.
That's a cover.
Yep, that's a cover.
Okay, I'm gonna. Does that mean he's gonna? I'm gonna have to get Firestorm now.
You got to start getting into Firestorm, dude. Zatanna.
I have so much on my list.
It's pretty good. Jamal Campbell's doing a really good job with this. He's writing and drawing it. It's pretty good. Not amazing. Good. Deathstroke right here.
I hear good things about that one. It's not amazing, but I hear good things.
It's a good run. I'm enjoying it. Apparently, new Alfred comes into play, which I might get on sheer principle because of the collectability of it.
It's gonna fail on the first issue. Probably.
No, Alfred's been dead for apparently like 7 years, and they're bringing in his replacement finally.
Yeah.
Detective Comics 112. Yeah, that one I'm actually going to have to order. Make sure I get a copy of that.
We'll see how the character is. I don't know who she is, but
I don't particularly care. It's going to get bagged, boarded, and put in a box.
Not really.
Nightwing 141. I'm going to show this cover to your wife.
Ooh, actually, I like that cover.
Get a poster of it.
Cool.
Catwoman 90, Harley Quinn 65, Batgirl, Wonder Woman 36. Some of those covers look really good. I like that one.
I like the middle one right there.
The one with the rope.
Yeah, that's cool.
The lasso. Yeah. Supergirl. We're just gonna keep scrolling past that one. Action Comics 1101 and 1. Supergirl Unlimited. Superman.
Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. A little bit more. One more. Up one more. That one right in the middle. Down. The Supergirl one. That one right in the middle.
Yeah.
They're trying to make that look like the
Yep. Millie Alcock.
whoever her face is. Maybe you
Justice
should get
League
that cover
Unlimited.
so you
Green Lantern Corps, Flash 36. New Titans with
heck yeah.
Static.
We'll see.
JSA,
Oh,
Emperor
yeah, Emperor
Aquaman. So there is a comic run I am on the fence about getting, and I mean seriously on the fence about getting, and I will make my choice this week. And it means a commitment to buying floppy issues and everything like that, or do I wait the 6 months? But this one has me really interested. I saw a short. Oh, this is Dark Knights of Steel. This is the next part of the run. I was gonna pull this, but I opted against it because like I said, I won't have all the floppies and I don't want to collect the back issues. I just want to read it. But if you look, see Prince Kal-El, Prince Bruce. This is. I've read some stuff that goes interesting places. Apparently, there's Three Kingdoms. There's Dark Knights of Steel, a Dark Knights of Steel kind of one shot, the Three Kingdoms, and then there's the Deathstroke spinoff. Dark Knights of Steel looks interesting. I really want to get it, but I'm going to have to wait till the next next trade paperback comes up. Or if this is in August, that means it'll probably be in January, which I'm okay with. I got plenty of reading in between here and there. Superman, Father of Tomorrow. So this is the run I have been thinking about getting. And it's
with
Jor-El's the one
Batman.
that crashes on Earth, not Kal-El. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I really like, this looks like good. Like legitly good. The art's a little iffy, but the concept is great. And I've come to find out that in my reading and everything of comics, while I have the main universe, I tend to like Elseworld books more. Basically alternate stuff. So this is on my list. I have not decided if I'm going to get this. And if I do, it'll be on my, I will be getting a subs and it will be keep coming out. But yeah, Action Comics, foil reprints, everything like that. All this solicitation stuff. Birds of Prey. Absolute Wonder Woman Season of the Witch comes out in August. Comes out in hardcover and soft cover. Kingdom Come 30th anniversary, dude. Well deserved, too.
Yeah.
Animal Man. I've heard good things about Animal Man.
So have I.
All right. I actually got to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. Read, my boy, read.
Let's see. Batman, Harley Quinn, and Ivy DC Compact Edition. I don't know if I'm really interested in this one, but we're gonna go with it. A cover by Bruce Timm. Never heard of Bruce Timm, but we're gonna let's see. $9.99 in the US for 176 pages. Heck yeah. Soft cover. Are you gonna buy it? I won't. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy breaking the law is never more fun than when your best friends beside you. I'm pretty sure right now they're not best friends. They are like lovers, but yeah, I mean, it could be interesting if they are best friends in this one. Then cool. Writer Paul Dini and artist Bruce Timm the creative minds behind the critically acclaimed
Are you going to
Batman
get the?
animated
I heard
TV
you.
series.
You're not getting this. Can I scroll? All right,
Yeah.
fantastic. Swamp Thing. Here you go, compact edition. There you go, right there. Just that's a Gingy Wolverine book. It's compact. It's just his size. He can read the little text.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm interested in Swamp Thing though.
Swamp Thing is great. Everybody I know
Yeah.
says Swamp Thing is really good.
Yeah, I know.
Renaissance of Raven. Why do I get? Look at that. When did American comics start looking like anime? Everything is fucking Bessem. Everything is fucking Bessem.
I don't want to. I don't want to call it anime. I would say more like Disney princess cover type art.
Harley Quinn in Paradise. That's I don't even want to fucking think about. Grant Morrison, Batman Book 3. Batman Gotham Adventures. If you don't know who Bruce Timm is, he did Batman the Animated Series. He's one of the legends in art for Batman.
Like, yeah.
Yes, I heard you.
Batman.
Night of the Owls Compendium.
Court of the Owls. No, this is Night of the Owls.
This is Night
Court
of the Owls.
is a good story.
I've heard good things. I really do. I really
You
do
should-
feel like the Batman. I'm not a big Batman guy, and remember, I have a lot of comics to read as it is.
Court of Owls blew my mind. I'll tell you that. It's what
Green
got me to
Lantern,
like
Earth
that.
1, Harley Quinn, The Spectre. That's an omnibus. That's
Okay.
$225. That's a $125 omnibus, and it looks like it takes place after Superman died because there's a resurrected electric Superman.
You know what that just reminded me, a little random. You ever heard did you ever watch the series it was from like 2010 or something? It was called The Cape. It's on
Sounds familiar.
CBC.
Sounds
They should
familiar,
do it.
but I might not have
Somebody
watched it.
should look into making it. Somebody should look into making a comic book about that.
There's this is already on pre-order.
Demon, yeah.
Hell's Hitman Volume 1.
That's a cool cover.
300 pages, $30. That's a little under over $1 a page.
Yeah.
No, 10 cents a page. Worth it. Jonah Hex already on pre-order. Face Full of Violence. Jonah Hex is absolutely fantastic.
Somebody made the argument today on TikTok that Static is more important to DC than Jonah Hex.
Arguably true. But Jonah
Really?
Hex is an original character. So Jonah Hex has no powers. He's a marksman. He's an ex-bounty hunter. He's originally was a Western character. And while he is in DC's past, and he has even popped up in the animated series and everything like that, Static has done far more prolific things in comic books compared to Jonah Hex. Jonah Hex is just a Western comic with a name that got a little bit off. And don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I don't love the character and think he's awesome. But in terms of the scope of things, Static is definitely the more predominant one. He had the TV show. He had a good comic run. He got introduced because of the TV show to a whole generation of people. And while the TV show, as you said, is very kiddie because it was made at the tail end of the single-digit 2000s, like 2000, mid-2000s, right when kids were aging in. They were trying to get them into the new shows and everything. It didn't quite stick.
Yeah.
But it was. I've always liked Static Shock. I thought it was a pretty decent run and everything like that. You know, it was kiddie, but it also hit on some really serious stuff like race. Richie's dad's a freaking horrible racist. You know, he just horrible race. Really was. Virgil Hawkins' is mom's the single parent family, but instead of the mom being the dad mom, it's the mom that's dead, which tapped on a lot of things. I thought, well, it was a kiddie show. Well, it did have its kiddie moments. Static's a fucking badass, man. Like his power progression through everything was fantastic.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know enough about either, so that's why I was asking.
It would definitely be Static over Jonah Hex, but Jonah Hex is still an original 70s DC character. Static didn't start out as a DC character. I do have one more thing, though. We're going to end tonight on a fantastic note. J.K. Simmons was spotted at a baseball game. And if you don't know who J.K. Simmons is, J.K. Simmons is the voice of Omni-Man, but he's also J. Jonah Jameson. And actor J.K. Simmons, and look who that is behind him, masked web slinger, City Field Menace, and look at this, he slips right into it. Why aren't you?
Classic.
Look at their face. Yeah. I love that. I'm like, that is fantastic. Oh, good Lord. That was absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. But that's it. I had to end on a positive note. It has been an up and down one today. Like, seriously. Stanley AI coming back, freaking all that stuff. And rare shot of me without my glasses on, because I only need them to work on the computer. And so I have an old man string. But no, it was really on the fence about that Jarrell book. Like, I really want to do it. I really want to get it. But I don't know if I can't. Do I wait 6 months and get the or do I get the monthly floppies? And that's where I'm honestly at. Not if I'm going to get it, it's when am I going to get it? And do I want to add it to my weekly, monthly pull list? I have a lot of stuff coming out. Like, so let me show you what I do have coming out. What is on my pull list for the next few months? And by the way, it'll give you a happy little total too. So this is League of Comic Geeks. And if you don't know what this website is and you're a comic book collector, familiarize yourself with it, because this is one of the best tools the comic book collector can have. Be you omnibuses, floppies, trade paperbacks, back issues, even indie books are covered on this site. And, you know, CLZ and all that stuff charge an arm and a leg to use their service and have a pricing chart and everything. This has the same thing, and it's $1.90 a month, and it doesn't charge you to use the website or the app. They're combined. This is fantastic. You follow, leave your reviews. This is a fantastic site, and it's definitely worth your time to check out. They have the weekly pull list, but if you want your weekly pulls, you can pull this. Like this week, I haven't picked up my comics, but I have Capes. I have Capes. I have Rocketeer the Island, and I have Zatanna. This is my pulls. That next week, I got Comics Magazine, Bullweek, everything like that. So this is just next week. Week after that, Firestorm. But unfortunately, things get expensive right around here. Deathstroke, Battle Beast, Lobo, new Phantom Run, which I'm not getting that cover. Look at that cover. That looks like shit.
Looks pretty bad.
Like, the worst part is they fucked up the ring. There's not a skull ring.
Hey, if you look really close, there's one on his belt buckle.
That's not the skull ring. This is the cover I pre-ordered. And this is the last, by the way, this is the last Mad Cave Phantom to come out before the trade paperback. So you're going to get the 5-issue run, Phantom versus the Skyband, and the Phantom versus the Dread Dragon. So
they should have just hired. They should have just hired Kane and White to do another cover.
They should have just hired Kane and White to do all their covers. So July is when things start getting expensive for me. The last issue of Arcadia comes out. Number 2 of Deadman, the next Event Horizon Inferno, Last Starfighter, a sequel series, which will be up for review, Marvel Swimsuits, and yes, I will be there early to get this badass John Romita cover. Actually, I was lucky I got the cover I did last year. They got people calling for it, and they got like 12 people calling for that specific cover. So we got that. Zorro, Punisher number 6. I'm like, I was going to cancel this run, but I figured might as well finish it out. It's so close to the end.
Yeah.
And just hesitate on the next one. That's just that month for a grand total of that right there. Now Next month
A little
is,
bit much for me.
what?
It's a little bit much for me. Just by a
I
little
don't
bit.
do. How much do you spend on streaming services?
Well, so my wife said that when we get our first paycheck that my limit is $40 a month. So I know.
That's like 2 trade
Kind of
paper.
sad.
Like 2 trade
Hey, but hey,
paperbacks.
that's more than what I've gotten in a year. So
I would have bargained for 60. So,
I might
Operation
cancel it.
Iron Coffin, another Firestorm, which is but by the way, I only getting one of these covers, which is the cover D. This just actually happens to be on here because it I said pull series and it added everything. We have oh, by the way, July 14th, write it down, is when your trade paperback comes out for the Phantom. So tuck aside
Okay.
some of your half of your $40 a month for that. Lobo number 5, Dark Knights of Steel is not on my pull list anymore. I canceled this series. But it does eventually. So this month is July is particularly expensive because I have a couple of pre-ordered trade paperbacks in there. Like right here, the Last Starfighter trade paperback. If you don't know what the
Okay.
Last Starfighter is, Last Starfighter is not. This is a movie adaptation. So the Last Starfighter is actually a television, a movie from the late 80s, and it's one of the first movies that use CGI. And it's all about this kid from a trailer park on Earth who plays a video game and gets contacted by an alien race and set out to defend the borderlines of the universe against a galactic enemy. And it may sound unbelievably cheesy and absolutely horrible, but it is an absolute, like, you will love this movie.
I will watch it.
And they have a comic book adaptation. And I'm like, that's what they have. They had a comic book adaptation. This is a reprint. It doesn't have new art, just standard art. And then they're doing a sequel series.
Okay.
To the comic. And that's what that is. That's why some of these are so expensive. I have trade paperbacks in there. Like that one right there definitely jumps up the price of, the monthly comic pull. So we got this one right here. See, Last Starfighter number 1. It's put up by Mad Cave. That's the only reason I got it. Let's see here. We got the last issue of World. They have delayed this 3 times, dude.
Oh yeah, it's been going on for a while now. Yeah, issue 6.
It's been going on for a while. This is the last issue.
Yeah.
This is the one I'm actually really looking forward to. I read the floppies.
Nova.
The Nova Centurion was really good, and I wanted to wait till the trade paperback came out, and I'll put a review out of this after that comes out. But yeah, August, after August hits, it's the last issue of the Punisher. The new Gargoyles run starts up, which has me excited. And yes, I'm kind of guilty. I ordered 4 blind bags for this run. I don't care about the covers. I literally just wanted to support my local comic shop and pay extra.
Now, if you see that, if you see that Hawkman cover of here,
this is the base cover, dude.
Oh, okay. So it'll probably be easy to find that. Okay, never mind.
Oh, and of course, I ordered multiple copies of this specific Absolute Green Arrow. Do you know why? It's the first appearance of Absolute Solomon Grundy. Hey, Steelleg, good to see you. Hello, how are you doing? Wish you could stay longer, but I'm getting ready to head back home tomorrow afternoon. Have a good one, man. Safe travels. Yeah, Battle Beast number 12 before the next break. Last Starfighter number 2, Lobo. Sean Murphy's Last Driver. If you haven't heard that, it's absolutely fantastic. I did a video on it today. You should check it out. Just normal stuff. I cannot wait for that Operation Iron Coffin. Jonah Hex, the last Event Horizon Inferno. And then, after that,
Nothing.
hardcover Arcadia. This is
Okay.
what you're waiting for. Comes out in September. It got delayed.
Okay. I'll probably snag a couple first issue or a couple issues.
And then I got my Demon that I said I was already pre-ordering. Battle Beast TP comes out in October, and then it's smooth sailing like nothing. My comic pulls will significantly drop off after that. That's why I'm like, Jarrell could be a nice little bit for a longer read. So yeah, that's all I got for you today. I am exhausted. I am brain fried. I am tired. It is 9 o'clock. And you want to come say hi? All right. Oh, come on. Come on. And of course, Sammy says hi to everybody because we all know that's why you're here, not to see my fat ass rant about comic books. But we will be live again next Saturday with more Short Box. We got the Real Talk Wednesday. Jay David's going to be there. We're going to review Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Jay's favorite indie movie.
What day?
Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Maybe I can get him to tell the Hades story.
Maybe you could. Maybe if I'm available, could you send me the link? Maybe I can join.
It's not just me. It's Wasp and Makara are there as well.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. Like we were like,
it's up to you. I don't want to invite myself.
We might if I'm trying to arrange it and organize times, but we might get Fear the Beardo next Saturday.
Okay.
I would love to get Jay on here. Jay is insanely busy, like crazy busy. We got meetups coming. He's up in North Carolina right now doing a meetup.
Oh, okay.
He is crazy busy. He popped into my stream and he's like, shoot me an invite for next week. And I'm like, okay, he's going to be on next week. He said he would. And Wasp was there and everything like that. And we're like, all right. And I put him on the thumbnail. Did you see this thumbnail? I'll show you this thumbnail. This one was this is a good one, even for me. All right. That's my thumbnail for next Real Talk. You have no clue how many pictures I have of Jay just to troll him. I love trolling. He's such a good sport about it, But yeah, I would love it. Like right now, it's just I'm just doing my thing. I did message Fear the Beardo. He said he couldn't make it. He would try to make it, but it obviously couldn't, or else he'd be here. And he's like, when I talked to him on the stream, he's like, what do I need to know? I'm like, you like comics? He's like, yeah. You can pop in and we talk about comics. That's all we do. State of the industry, new runs coming out, stories we've read, crazy comic shit we found across the internet, current state of, who's running what, just stuff like that. We'll bring up comics. We'll do reviews of comics we've read and stuff like that. And, that's all it is. It's just guys sitting around talking about comic books and pop culture for an hour. There's it's everywhere. And he's like, oh, okay.
Okay. Acting as if he's never been on a live before.
Well, he still hasn't gotten on FNT, but that's not here nor there. But no, I know you probably got to get going. The wife's probably like, I want a nap. And
well, I think it's the kid. I can hear the kid bothering her a lot.
So kid's bored. See, I'm going to be the type of, I would be the type of parent that would be like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? Here's an energy drink. And then I drop him off with his parents afterwards.
Dad needs to just go wear him out before bed. So,
All right. But no, we will be live next week at Read the Horseman. What are you looking at? Look at him. He's like staring right, just looking at me like, what do you want? Okay. Well, he's like, why? You should hear him. He's like, need a bed? Need a potty? Okay, let's go. Yep, he's got a potty. He doesn't leave cuddles unless Fantastic sarcastic. Also, you also have a meme at your disposal for Jay on Real Talk. You never know, fantastic sarcastic. You never know. But that's where we're ending today, and I am going to leave you. What? We got another comment. Oh, Asian Zone Games. Hi, Kyoko. Oh, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. I'm antisocial. But no, we will be live again next Sunday or Saturday with more short box pending my midget redheads freaking schedule. And that is where we end it. And for now, I leave you with Jay hitting on Minnie Mouse. Everybody, have a great rest of your day. And I will be live again Monday because I got to actually record shit next week. So, schnick, schnick, schnick.
Minnie, my sweetheart, right there. There she is.